This story is inspired by true events. On Valentine's Day, 1945, a 74-year-old man named Charles Walton walked into a field near Meon Hill and never walked out. When they found him, it did not look like a murder. It looked like a sacrifice. His throat was cut with a slash hook, and his body was pinned to the ground by his own pitchfork. Scotland Yard sent their best man, Detective Superintendent August O'Reilly of the Yard, a man of science, fingerprints, and logic. He had solved the unsolvable in London. He thought this farm murder would be just another case file. But O'Reilly did not just walk into a crime scene. He walked into a different century. The locals did not speak of suspects or motives. They whispered about witchcraft, black dogs, and ancient rituals. This is the story of what happens when the world's greatest detective faces a mystery that logic cannot explain. The case that defeated Scotland Yard, the witchcraft murder of Charles Walton. O'Reilly began where detectives always begin, with questions. In the village pub, he spoke to the bartender, a man who saw everyone, and said he saw nothing. The bartender swore Charles Walton was harmless, a loner, quiet, but his hands shook as he spoke, and he refused to meet O'Reilly's eyes. Fear was not directed at the police. It was directed at something far older. Next, O'Reilly questioned the farmers, men who had lost nearly everything the year before. The harvest of 1944 had failed. Crops rotted, animals sickened. And when O'Reilly mentioned Charles Walton's name, the farmers' calm broke. Some men did not call it bad luck. They called it blasting, a curse on the land. O'Reilly found a baker just before dawn, a woman who fed the village every morning and slept very little at night. She said Charles Walton came often, always paid in coins, always polite. But she swore she knew nothing about his death. When O'Reilly asked about the symbol, she did not answer. She only whispered that some signs are not meant to protect the dead, but to warn the living. Finally, O'Reilly was led to a woman the villagers never named. They only said, "She knows." She warned him the old ways were never buried, and that some men are killed, not out of hatred, but necessity. During the investigation, O'Reilly himself allegedly saw a large black dog on Meon Hill. Shortly after, he met a local boy. When O'Reilly mentioned the dog, the boy turned pale and ran away. Locals believed the spectral black dog appeared only before a death. O'Reilly, man of science, began to feel that superstition could infect reason itself. Villagers did not talk because they believed Walton was cursing the crops. Police found natterjack toads and rumors of a black book of spells. The murder was not passion, it was ritual. Blood for soil, a sacrifice to heal the land. O'Reilly returned to London, the case closed in papers, but open in his mind. Some traditions are older than law. Some truths lie buried in England's soil, forever. Charles Walton was gone. The villagers were silent, and the world's greatest detective left with a quiet unease, a reminder that logic cannot always explain the darkness in a simple field. O'Reilly thought the hill was behind him, but Hollow Creek's call cannot be ignored. A new mystery, a vanished soul. He must find the truth. In the next episode, The Vanishing Mystery.